there, fellow art nerds, and welcome to Season 2. Can you guys believe it? Season 2, Episode 1 of the Clique. I'm your host, Deanna. My co-host, Mr. Gary Bedell.
Hey, good to see you all again. I would like to thank everybody for coming back for Season 2, Episode 1, and I hope that you guys continue to come back to the show. And, promote anything and everything you want to promote, and just come on here every month and kick ass. That's all I ask of you.
All right, to get going, for those of you that aren't brand new, thank you so much for coming back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. The Clique is our monthly online art show where we give a suggestion every month. And we ask the viewers at the beginning of the month to give us suggestions that match the topic we've given. And then after a voting period, the favorites are drawn by these talented people. And this month we are doing Epic Monster Tavern Party. And Gary insisted on this topic because he's a very supportive friend. The reason for this topic is we have 3 sponsors this month. We have Clever Kaiju, we have VisionCon, Pop Culture Convention, and we have Playco Games, which I am a co-owner of. And we have a game called Epic Monster Tea Party. I was supposed to share a screen then, right?
Yes, please show the screen. Tell them more about it.
I want to see it again. Let me see.
You guys have seen how good I am with this technical stuff. All right. There it is. Epic Monster Tea Party. Monsters in this are actually plucking heroes out of the labyrinth to flavor their tea. So that's where we got the concept for Epic Monster Tavern Party, because it's after 5 o'clock. And that's just way more fun. Now, the reason Gary also probably wanted to promote this is because this guy did the expansion art. There's my surprise.
I terrible picture of me too.
Leprechaun! He gave us Merv Griffin and Miss Hiss so that we can make it a 6-player game. And these are the tea time monsters. But Trolley Poly, Purple Burper, Stony Bones, Dragonfly, Miss Hiss, and Merv Griffin. If you get that reference, you're my age or older. That was before my time, but I know him. But now we're going to see Happy Hour monsters in full force. So let me bring on the gang in gallery view. Hi guys.
Hello.
Unmute and say hello.
Hello.
Unmute across the board. Here we go.
All right. First up, you've already met Gary. We've got Nate Howard, Miss Haley Codling, Sarah Salteras, Caitlin Blaine,
Hello.
Eric E. Danger Wright,
Hey.
James Rutherford, Daryl Klonch,
Boy.
and Chris Yarbrough. Oh, and Christopher Harris, who I can't see, but he's there.
I'm here, I promise. Sorry.
Look him in, dude. We were
All right.
muffled when you showed up.
Well, I've told you a little bit about how the Clique works. This month, we asked the viewers for a monster, what that monster would be drinking, and a special ingredient. Like in Tea Party, it's actually a hero that they dunk in there. So it was up for grabs. We got simple to strange to just like every time we get suggestions. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. We had about 20 suggestions this month, but there can only be one per artist. And I believe, there's a rule. You guys know if you've been here before, Gary never goes first. Gary never goes last because Gary's co-host and that's what he wants. And we humor him. But since he did the art for the game expansion, and you kind of stayed in the same realm, you said.
Yeah. I
Same
didn't go beyond what I originally did. So.
Okay, so tell everybody what your prompt was, and then give it to us.
Well, my prompt was a Manticore drinking a barrel of mead, and it's flavored by a goblin. I know. You
one
like,
single goblin?
Show me. Let's see. There we go. Can you guys see that?
It's coming.
Oh, yeah. I can't see anything.
Oh, you can't?
I can see it.
No, my connection is terrible.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm literally seeing green boxes, but that's it.
oh.
Oh, yeah, I wish you could like go into your Google Drive or something so you can see that. I feel terrible now. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, you can peek now.
Oh yeah, you can totally.
I like it.
That's great.
It's so
Oh,
fun.
nice.
I like that the goblin looks like this probably happens. Like he just hangs out at the
Right, yeah. He's
That's
not
like-
like,
third time for the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like it's
he's
his
not like
job
goblin
and he's-
zest or anything. He's not chopped up. He's not sprinkled in. He's not zested. He's literally just dropped in it like a hot tub.
He looks like this happens to him like every night.
Yeah.
He's just like lazily dropped in.
Goblin bodily flavor. What would that possibly like be worth? No, I'm gonna put a living creature. Like he tastes his disappointment.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing.
So literally, he's drinking out of a barrel.
Mhm.
It's a literal barrel of mead.
Love it.
What was fun about it was knowing that I didn't have a lot of time because, the artist, life, there's never enough hours in the day. But actually, this is something actually Yarbrough and I talked about before in the past is that I worked in grayscale first. And then I used like color effects and color layer effects on top of that, like multiply and have a color layer and have an overlay layer and using colors that way, so I could round things out in values first, so I don't have to do everything in like colors,
Yeah.
which would take longer. So I just did everything in all grayscale values, and then I just went over it with colors, and then I went over like the highlights again using just a normal layer, but using white, and then I just kind of went in and kind of plugged in some holes, painted around there. I know it's not the prettiest around his head stuff, but I think I got what I needed to get across there.
It does feel different from your normal style, so it translates the way you describe it. No, I mean,
Oh, yeah, I love it.
everything translated over. It's almost like the old school like Technicolor process where they take movies, like black and white, and add color on top of them. And
Mhm.
I love his hair. He's fancy.
yeah,
He is.
wow. He's got Daryl hair.
Listen, it looks vaguely familiar.
One thing I forgot to do was give him freckles. I wanted to give him like freckles on his nose and on his
Aw.
cheeks because this kind of shows that he's like human in the face. His manticores are human.
Well, then he would look too young to drink. I'd have to burn him.
Yeah.
I should I give him stubble instead, like a 5 o'clock shadow.
I mean, he's drinking goblin sweat. I don't think he has. That's not my list of priorities. Yeah.
No, wait, wasn't it a spicy goblin? Is that why he's sweating?
A spicy goblin.
I just remember a goblin. I was like, oh, he's supposed to be spicy. Oh, I should have made that right there a pepper or something.
Oh, change the color, man.
That's funny. Well done, dude.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Well, how about next, Nate?
Oh, is it me?
Are you
Even on my
ready?
screen, I'm next. Jeez, I really lost on this one, didn't I?
Well, tell everybody what prompt you picked.
So my prompt was, I gotta go from memory, but it's
I can tell you if you forgot.
okay, I think it was Cthulhu drinking a Hawaiian 5-0
Yeah.
with a garnish of stars.
Yes.
Right.
You're supposed to have one per tentacle.
Because all day today was what was in my head. So let me see if I can.
950.
I forgot Sarah Hilton gave us this prompt, and Gary's prompt was from Daniel Hawkins. Forgot to shout out. Thank you guys.
Oh, hey,
Oh, very
thank you,
cool.
Daniel. Good looking out, man.
So yeah, excuse me explaining with my head turned. I have it on my other monitor over here. But yeah, so Hawaiian 5-0s, they come in a variation of glasses, and I figured bigger was better. I think it even said something about having one in each tentacle, but that's a lot of drinks. So I figured if I just went oversized on two, and went over the top with it, and it turned out pretty cool, I thought. I just like the idea of Cthulhu being like the crooner of the party, coming in with his big guns and his
I love
tentacle mustache holding, so.
I mean,
What is this bar? Because he looks all suave, and the hair in the last one was all. This is a hipster monster bar.
I mean, so everybody's all dapper and,
Kind of looks like he's ordering one more.
He kind of does. They're like, hey, bartender, I got some tentacles over here.
this is an absolute compliment, but he looks like he has ties to the Yakuza. I'm just saying.
Honestly, the eyes and the eyebrows is a total Pops from Regular Show reference. As soon as I made the eyes, I was like, dude, the eyebrows had to be like thick and bushy. I wanted them to be jolly and happy, and because Cthulhu's like, because this is the second Cthulhu that I've done for the Pen Click. Season 1, I had a baby Cthulhu with Swamp Thing, and he was tiny and adorable, but he was bitter. He had this angry look on his face. So I wanted this one to be.
Wait, Nate, is this him?
Yeah, as an alcoholic, as a professional, basically.
He grew up.
This is the Bruce Wayne of Cthulhu Batman. Yeah.
That is awesome. The coloring I love. Like the background makes it pop, and those blue Hawaiians are gorgeous.
Thank you. It was.
These look like they're an ad for the drink.
Yeah.
It really does.
I can't figure out if it's a nightclub or the Cosmos, which are both appropriate for this.
Right. Honestly, I didn't know what else to do with it. I was just like, a bunch of colors and then a bunch of shadows so that he stands out because I'm drowning him out. And
Oh no,
it was actually done entirely with my mouse.
Really?
Yeah. So I was told to
crap.
actually drop this as a fun fact. I did the line work on an iPad with real rough sketches, and then today I was sitting at my tattoo station at the tattoo shop, and all I had was this little tiny space, and I even had my other arm up on my armrest because
nice.
And it was my mouse. I was just like, I did it all. It took like 4 hours, but I think it turned out pretty good. So
I do not know how you use a mouse.
Yeah.
it's a design brain thing. I didn't have, whenever I first started doing illustration digitally, I didn't have a tablet. I don't think they were really that easily affordable at the time. So I just assumed that that's how it was done. And I was, so, but no, it was, every now and then I go back to my old school just mouses because, I needed to be there for walk-ins.
Mhm.
Anyways, yeah, fun fact. So
Love it.
Yeah, I can't believe I can barely write with a mouse. Work the computer.
I love that you take like your design experience and you implement it into like your like your other art, like your comic strip and like your animation stuff, and even down to when you did your cabinet, like it's all like it's, you just plug that into everything. I think that's just so cool. Man.
It's a process that I can rely on. It's mostly for my peace of mind. Like it's something that I do in steps, and I can at least guarantee like, okay, if I do this step in this order, I will get these results. And then so I have a start and I have a finish already planned out. So if I have so for the 2 weeks up until we actually have to draw the damn thing, up until the last 4 hours of our day, like I'm pacing, planning a strategy. That's probably nothing rare with any of you, but we have 2 weeks to do this, and it's within the last 4 or 6 hours of our day that we're just like, okay, I have the plan. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not that much.
I will say, Caitlin was the first one in the folder.
Good job.
I should start giving you a prize. All right. Well, hey Eric, you want to go next?
Yeah, I can go next.
Tell us all what you had for your prompt.
So I got a redneck vampire with a white Russian with a Black Widow garnish.
Oh, nice.
And Haley, you put that in your bulk. I'm not sure which of your friends gave you that prompt. You gave me like a whole bunch in Discord. So it's one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
so thank you, whoever.
Yeah.
Hey, Deanna, you want to let me in?
Oh yeah. See, I told you have to remind me. Eric's computer needs to join us for a moment.
It's actually his clone. His
sabotaging everything.
All right, there we go.
So here we go.
Oh
my goodness. There's
You tricked me. You just had the sketch in the drive.
I was working on the colors up until like half hour before we put in this meeting. So
wow.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
What was this spice again?
The Black Widow.
Dude, there is so much there, man.
Mm-hmm.
There is. I'm still just looking at it. It's wonderful.
All the textures.
Yeah.
his boots are wild. Like I would kill someone for legs like that.
Right? Like he's total redneck up top and like RuPaul below the waist, and he's killing it.
I love his hand pose, the way the fingers are spread just right, and it's just the angle of the wrist, the whole, like it feels like there's the weight of the drink in his hand. Like there's so much to unpack in here. Like I'm seeing this and I'm realizing, oh yeah, this is what Eric does. He goes he puts a lot in
crazy detail oriented.
Is the bartender have his tongue out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you concentrate, man? That's
He's being very precise.
Is that Mario on the light pole?
So
Without a mustache?
I wanted to model the scene after my favorite bar here in Tulsa. So shout out to the Cellar Dweller. If you look at
we're gonna have to pay a visit to you and look around this place. Like,
Yeah, is this one of your bar sketches? Was he just sitting across from you one night?
No, actually, this was just. This sounds about right. This will be my pose. Let's see.
How big is this?
It's 11 by 17.
Jesus. Like, this is such a perfect balance between like what you do with your pencils and your inks.
Yeah.
And then to add this color into that, it just makes it like
The color,
the
color of your lighting across even just the bartender, like from his one arm to the other, is wild.
He's so smug. Look at him, like just staring off. Like,
I do.
No, and that's the thing, and that's a perfect. Like we know that you've had pieces of pencils, and when you first look, all I'm gonna do is just pencils. That's all you're getting. And we're like, all right. I mean, whatever. We're happy to take whatever. And then we see it, and we're like, holy crap, we understand why. Like, geez. But now you've bridged that gap. You were doing some watercolor when we last really hung out with you on a regular basis, like before towards the end of season 1, you were doing a bit of work with watercolor, and that was blending amazingly. I've got one of your prints actually from one of the pen clicks where you did watercolor with a dinosaur and a Beast Boy and T-Rex. And I don't know, just is this digital? Is this a digital setup?
No, this is all done by hand.
That's very impressive.
I did, make some adjustments with the curves in Photoshop. That's about it.
You still got it, dude.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So when you start out with ideas, are you just like in a little sketchbook, small scale, and then you go to the big piece of paper?
I definitely started out with like one thumbnail for this one. I really liked it, so I was like, yeah, we're just gonna run with this. I'm not gonna try another idea.
Yeah, even the little cross hatches in certain spots. Not everywhere, but there are certain highlight spots where you have the crosshatch alternate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Now you have to do a whole comic like this. Now that we've seen it. Now that
when did you start this though?
I'll hold you accountable.
and now that you open the suitcase with the gold glow in it, like in Pulp Fiction, you can't just take it away. Now you have to do a comic book like this.
No, Truck Stop Hipsters is on its way. So
yes.
Yeah.
I guess they need to be visited by a vampire.
With a tuxedo,
probably work that in.
Yeah. We're going to be the only ones that see it. We're like, I know that. Nah, I get it.
Hey, Eric, David Stanfield in the chat says he'd buy that comic. So
yeah. All right. There'll be a Kickstarter or something soon.
Can you just print it on a sandwich wrapper?
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh. Good.
Yeah, very well done, man.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Yay.
It's almost like you planned it, you know?
All right. The next name I wrote down was Haley.
Oh God, I knew it.
So are you ready? Tell us what you
I'm surprised. Like, what did I get into?
I got fairy drink with vodka and Sprite, and then it was flavored with spider eggs. So
Daryl, that was in that chunk of suggestions you sent to Discord. So I'm not sure who gave us that.
That'd be Sally Falk.
Sally Falk, thank you.
okie dokie. Can we see?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Oh,
Not you're drawing it. Okay. Sneak peek at all of it.
Oh.
What was the name of this? Scooter?
Booter.
Oh, look at her.
Wow.
That's so pretty.
Thank you. It was
Dude, that's a tattoo right there, man. Like
yeah.
That's
I had a blast with this one. Just because is being able to draw a hot scooter lady. And I was thinking with the spider eggs and the vodka Sprite. And I was trying to find some way to connect it. So I made her kind of this spider fairy queen sitting on her clutch of eggs. And I tried to make her headdress look like a spider in a way, the way it's all coming up.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was just messing around with different shapes, and it's all black and white. So it was easy. I didn't have to think about color. Try and do that on purpose. So I'm focusing on just the silhouette of it all, because that's always what's most fun to me is working on the silhouette.
Yeah.
Well, like this one, you can almost just change the background. Like it looks like she's in like a velvet booth or something like that. But you can almost just change that and leave everything else. And it would be awesome in like 5 different jewel tones, you know, like one simple color over it.
Right.
I love that.
I love the missing eyes, but the white around the outside like suggests, you know, like it gives off that. I don't know. It reminds me of a Warframe, if that makes sense. Anybody out there who's played like the PC game Warframe, where they build like these Tano, and it just like a lot of them, like they're missing their eyes, but they have really clever ways of like translating like
Mhm.
the upper half of the. And I don't know, you did such a good job with this. It's beautiful.
There were a lot of variations. She went through about 20 different like patterns, and yeah, there was no plan. I need to work on having a plan, but it always just seems to work better when I don't. So I'm kind of embracing that. A lot of it's just chipping away at stuff until it just settles right.
You have this is very strong shape language. Like,
Yes.
I think you and I have talked about Anthony Jones.
Yes.
You're very strong, like he is when it comes to that stuff. Like, very strong. So keep.
Yeah,
This is
the
good.
headdress and the smile alone, I'm like, man, I'd like to tattoo that.
Yeah.
Just that mouth and that smirk, that smile, and then the shading that goes up into the cheekbones like that. Where
Mhm.
A lot of people are saying Angelina Jolie.
yeah, I totally see it.
Yeah, not being able to see her eyes makes her seem more magical to me, more fey-like.
Yeah.
And the hand and all that spider webs are just, I can feel it, how sticky it is. It's just beautiful.
What is it? I told someone, I was like, tell the whole world that you drew furry art once without telling the whole world that you drew.
Oh no.
I think we all had that con that we needed to actually pay to get money for, and that was just like, all right.
Hey, Haley, in the chat, apparently you have a whole house full of people that absolutely love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
I love them.
I love your just use of light. I love that your stuff is in black and white. It just shows how well you know your light even more. And it's just it's so lovely.
Now we'll just learn how to do light and color. We'll figure that out.
You can just add tone, like what Gary described, like get your tones and your values down, and then just kind of bring in like overlay colors, like, and it'll still keep your style, but honestly, like, don't feel forced to do it. You brought in reds and stuff and you use them very dynamically. So if the colors speak to the message you're wanting to deliver, like you have in the past, if not, it's not missing anything.
Yeah.
I personally love the black and white.
Yeah, I don't think it needs color at all. It's so striking. But I will say, I'm thinking back to the I can't remember which prompt it was, where the creature was washing her hands in the river, and there was just the red in the river.
Oh yeah.
I'm imagining a bright color in the glass, and then like glowing behind her that same color.
I try to put it in some like kind of sickly yellows or just like some muted blues in the background, but it would be too much of a process in my brain to try and figure out how to make her look like she fit in with the background with that added color. And I was in that space of quit while you're ahead. You made something good. Touch it. And touch it.
I didn't catch what Harris was saying. Chris, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Harris was saying something. I missed it.
Oh, I was going to say you should chat with Chris Yarbrough and get a lesson or learn more about map gradients, gradient maps for coloring, especially if your values like this are strong. You can color something in 30 minutes maybe, but it's amazing. But Chris, if you ever check out some of his art, I think he has some tutorials on YouTube too, where he uses them and shows you how to use them. They're amazing. Like, it will blow your mind, the utility of them, like how much you can use it for anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we have a YouTube video to post on the Kaiju YouTube of him doing a demonstration of how he breaks down color and
it's
his whole process. And it's fascinating. We just have to break it down and post it wherever it is. But no, Haley, I think this is just you firing off all your guns again. Like, this is exactly what we come to expect from you. Like,
that's so sweet, man. Thank you.
Like, we want to, like, this is just add this to the collection. Absolutely.
Sure. All right. Now y'all get to watch me struggle to figure out how to get out of screen.
The red button.
Make it super awkward so I don't feel as bad about the opening of the show.
Somebody else fumble.
Did we do it? Oh, we did it. Cool.
He insists.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. James, can we see what you did next?
I don't know. I kind of didn't do as much as everyone else, I guess.
But I like what you did because I've seen it. What? Oh, tell us what you had. Tell us what you had.
I like what you got.
I did the Kraken with the dark and stormy with the peg leg and seaweed mix.
Oh, nice.
So,
Awesome.
one of the things I wanted to do is like the Kraken is like, how do you make him not look like a squid holding a drink? Because Kraken is in size.
The only thing I can think of.
Yeah, so it's the scale that was like bothering me, but I get too much in that technical stuff. Let's see here. Where's the screen share? There it is again. Can you guys see him?
Oh my goodness.
Nice, dude.
Oh.
Look at him.
I love the brush that you used for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude. That's really nice.
It's like an old school Popeye looking, like the pose and everything.
I wanted to have him like, hey, what's up? You know, come to the
Right.
party.
Yeah, he's just so happy.
I love it. He looks like he made the drink out of the ship.
I love his hat.
Yeah. Like, is that his body, or did you just find that? I'm aware of this.
But I ended up looking like a party hat, and I thought about doing a tassel or something for fun, but I was like, nah. But so his drink, I was like, okay, you know, I didn't want him to hold just a regular glass. So
Yeah. His little boat hanging out.
It's not enough to have a peg leg. You actually had the severed chunk of leg still in it.
Yeah, dude.
well, think about it. If you're gonna flavor with a pirate's peg leg, you want the flavor.
That's
So,
just cruel, though.
leg
That's
hair
just like,
and all.
really, this is unnecessary. Clearly, I've lost enough of this leg as it is.
And then the seaweed, you know, I was thinking like the seaweed, like sushi seaweed for some reason.
Bro, yeah.
So yeah.
Dude, you slay humor, man. Every time
Yeah.
you do something hilarious on here, like Jesus, dude.
I like the beak. He looks like the closest thing to a bird smile. Like
It's got a lot of expression.
Go home, Kraken. You're drunk.
yeah, go. The party crack. He's like, it might as well be a lampshade on his head. That's well done, man.
Are you
And
gonna
then
color this one?
I was thinking about I started doing the color thing and I was like, no, we're running out of time. Let's just leave the line art.
You should still finish it out.
Yeah. So I was thinking about doing some purples with the yellow and oranges on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'd love that. I love anything with purple.
I think I'll probably be able to say this about everybody's tonight, but this would also make a really cool tattoo.
I would love to tattoo this as well.
Really fun.
I have a fake skin of a cool octopus. I'll totally replace it with this one.
You do this one. I want it on a cantaloupe.
You insist. You have to eat the cantaloupe, though.
Yeah, well, that's me in a nutshell right there, guys.
What, do you have the rough sketch on there? Is this in layers?
Yeah, I got the rough sketch. So there's his rough sketch,
That's nice.
which isn't too far off from the final.
Right,
product.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty spot
You
on.
use a lot of like traditional like pencil like brushes. You're like, I really like your collect. I need to like steal your brush palette because
Aren't they on the?
they might be. It's just I had to reinstall Windows on this thing, so I lost them all. So I just
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's really nice, and I like how confident the sketch lines are. Like,
yeah,
you're
man.
not like feeling around. It's like I want to put this line here, this line here, this line here, and I not this version. I was talking about your last version. You showed this just
the sketch?
sketches. Yeah,
I mean, it
this
was
very
like-
nice, confident lines. Especially
I
the
did change
beats.
some of the positions and stretched them out a little bit because I felt he was too compact.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah,
expand
the
it in
arm
right
stretch is
places-
definitely
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I gotta account for all 8 at least. You can actually physically count 7 legs, but I figure number 8's back in there somewhere where you can't find
Yeah,
it.
I see 8 right there.
So
Yeah, who's counting?
How drunk
now we
is
all
he?
are.
Do we want to know where that last leg is?
You planted that seed. Now all of us are looking.
that last leg's in someone else's drink, you know, as a player.
Oh, excuse me. Is that your drink? Damn it, Kraken, you're drunk.
That's gonna be the catchphrase for the night.
I just picture
Run,
like
man,
this
Dan.
like this huge line of puke with like dolphins in it, and then just like this laid over Kraken just on the beach face down. And then
Face
like
down.
a cop just over there with like a flashlight.
Release the Kraken. No, just poke him with a stick. Shove him back in.
Get that
You
Kraken
okay?
to 7 up.
Just somebody shove him out in the shore a little bit. He's starting
Next
to
time we draw all of our characters just shit face. And just have
Yes, we're gonna set that. We're gonna all go out one night, have a few drinks, and then put those drunk characters next to our pictures.
You're not a drink and draw,
Yeah,
though?
looks.
You're the only one that has to like address the crowd. That's pretty much our drink and draw for the rest of us.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Because I totally don't drink the whole time I'm there.
No, of course
Sure.
not. You can make Gary DD or something. You know,
What we should do is we should take shots, and then we should have to draw ourselves after like so many shots.
I already have a drawing of myself. I kind of did it a lot, so that's not really fair.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was reading something. I
I
think we're still here. Oh, that was you. Okay. Next up on my list, I have Caitlin down.
All right.
Caitlin,
Cool.
tell us what you had.
So I had a unicorn with an energy drink flavored with lightning.
And
Oh,
that
nice.
came from VisionCon's MC, Zach Wilson.
Nice.
Oh.
Thanks, Zach.
And so let me see if I can remember how to do this.
He must be
So-
the DD of the
Yeah.
of this party.
Okay. So when I think of energy drinks, I think of staying up late playing video games.
Oh my goodness.
So that is what I drew.
That's
That's
actually
beautiful.
really cute.
Look at those eyes. Like she's totally not like bouncing off the walls at all. Like,
Right?
No, it's like
this is normal. for
Well,
this
I figure
unicorn.
you're in the middle of playing your game. You can't
Right.
take your eyes off the screen. So you've
Right.
got your bendy straw.
Yes.
Bendy straw. Yeah, doesn't
Fixated on
blink.
what she is doing.
Her horn is
the
taking like
Doritos.
Yep.
I smell a
their
pepper.
horn is charging up like Saiyan style.
That's why I said I smell a franchise, man.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's why she's not jittery. She's channeling it out that horn while she plays.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's the only thing. Like she's got the lightning rod out of her forehead, so her eyes can stay open indefinitely. It's beautiful
I love
colors.
it.
I love
Thanks.
these colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are also nice.
Yeah. So I don't do a whole lot of painterly stuff, and so I had a lot of fun kind of challenging myself to do something a little bit different because
Yeah.
I have a tendency to rely on contour lines, and so I kind of
I'm super guilty.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
tell us
I love
about your
this.
process.
I think it was
So-
kind of brave for you to put a controller in hoof
Mm-hmm.
hands,
Yeah, that
and
was
like not even care. Like, now you know what? Make them think.
you know I may have Googled like unicorn drinking like coffee to see if that was like a thing, like how people draw unicorns holding cups of coffee. And yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
I
they
mean,
can
Manny
do it with
does that
hooves.
figure.
So
Yeah.
why not?
Can you tell us about your process a little bit, like how you
Oh,
started?
sure.
and-
Yeah.
So many
So-
layers.
So many layers, I know, and they're not organized at all. So I actually kind of was a little like, let me see if I can do this. Get back down to my sketch layer. I use a lot of overlay layers for color. but this is kind of the sketch under sketch with
Oh,
some of
cool.
the like base colors. And so if I get rid of all of this, except for the white background, let's put that back in. Yeah. So that was kind of my original sketch, super messy, but then it gets to the point where I clean it up and then I put in the colors underneath, and then I duplicated that base layer and then I painted on top of it. So probably way more steps than what was needed. But that's kind of the process that I went through for this piece.
That
Like
is
that,
so important to share, because like your initial sketch was so rough. And I think somebody starting out that's frustrated, or somebody like me that draws and then doesn't show anyone, is not an artist. But you turned that into this.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
You took the words right out of my mouth, and like that's why I wanted to show her process.
Yeah. And then I try to check my values with like a hue and saturation layer on top too while I'm working, so I can
still looks so vibrant that way too.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I like how you were able to mix the glow, like get that glow and get your keep your tones and your brush strokes and your traditional painting style, like with that glow, and it still look like it belongs. It's not just like a filter or anything. That's just, you got it. Then the lighting on her face and her neck and the shoulder like accents the glow from the blue.
What I like is that things in it look the way they should feel. Like the plastic looks like plastic.
Yeah.
It looks like electricity. The hard edges, like used for the electricity. The headphone set and the controller, they look like plastic, and like the unicorn's fur looks soft. Her hair looks soft.
I love the expression and the drinking.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Welcome back.
Hey, I made it home.
Sorry, you're giving us updates, and
I because I generally work with like a outlined when I do most of my art, like it. Deanna, what you're saying about like how that's initial sketch is really sloppy. When
I didn't
you're doing
say sloppy.
Well, okay. I said sloppy. Like it's loose. It's really loose. And so generally I like with my other stuff, when I do comic work, I usually work a lot tighter, like with my sketch work. But with painting, because it's such a lengthy process that you kind of go through like what I call the ugly stage. And you just want to like throw it out and forget about it. And you just have to like push past that stage. And then finally like things start to look like pretty good.
Hey, welcome to the party, yo.
Yeah.
There's like this invisible audience watching you over your shoulder, and you're constantly telling them like, it's not done. It's not done. It's not done. And then you're telling it to yourself to convince yourself not to pull the plug too early.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've heard that called the ugly phase by other artists. You gotta get past the ugly phase. It's fantastic when you do.
Yeah, but it can be a hurdle when you're not used to seeing that.
Oh,
What I think of when I get in that moment, I think of that scene in Shawshank where Andy had to like crawl through all that shit, and then he got to the other side, and he's like, "Yes!" Like that's what it's like.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Oh, Andy.
And came out clean on the other side.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I had a ton of fun. I love the excuse to draw unicorns. So, I was down for it any day of the week.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Very well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Next on the list, Daryl, would you like to tell us what you drew?
It was a Kelpie drinking dark ale with mermaid flavor.
And it turns out Gary snuck this prompt in. But the artists don't know who gave the prompts. I don't give them the prompt names. I just give them the prompts. So there's no cheating involved.
Nice.
And we're not supposed to look in the folder anymore.
Nope.
Oh, I'm special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deanna's the only one that gets to see the art before it's aired. I don't even get to see it.
So any censorship in what we see is all her. So blame her.
I don't censor anything.
Not yeah. All right. Okay. Okay.
Oh no, so many things.
This one could have maybe used some censoring. It's a little scary.
Can you see it?
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Whoa, whoa, holy crap. Whoa.
Wow, dude, that's like one of those 70s postcards. Just
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
the horse is like, oh man.
So Kelpies are Scottish water horses that they can sometimes appear as women, but knowing some of the other artists, I knew they were gonna draw some amazing female characters, and I didn't get a chance, so I went with the ugly horse. It's more my field, I guess.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's
so
a water
creepy.
There's a Greek water horse that like goes into like a mertail, and I wanted to avoid that, but still it's in the water, and so I gave it an alligator tail.
Oh,
And,
nice.
part of the myth is that if you touch it, it looks like a bridled horse, and if you touch it, there's some magic that makes it adhere. Your skin will adhere to it, and it pulls you down into the water to drown you and then eat you. And so instead of just magic, and I just want it to all look natural, so it's like a crustacean backed saddle, and then utensils for the stirrups, so they can hold on to you.
Holy crap, that's a concept.
And it's supposed to be constantly dripping wet, so that was also part of it.
Whoa.
And then
I love
the
that
mermaid
fresh out of
garnish.
the bucket drool going on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just so stringy and thick all the way to the ground.
yeah. Yeah, that's a very moist image, to quote the hated word.
Everyone else is dancing around the word, and you drop it.
I never heard a piece of art described as moist.
It's
Well, I mean, here we go.
the night was sultry.
10 click, ladies and gentlemen. We start.
yeah. Like all my stuff, oh, you got that window right in the way. All my stuff, I start out.
Well, wait, you were explaining the mermaid before we started talking.
Oh yeah,
like the elephant in the room here.
I mean, it's a mermaid. I was just picturing a garnish, and I wanted to read as a mermaid, but I wanted, like, if a human's supposed to write it, then there's scale issues. So I was like, I'm just gonna pierce it, and I didn't want to spend, because I mean, I like came up with my own design for the Kelpie, and I knew if I had a mermaid to do too, I'd basically be doing 2 characters. So she's mostly hid in the bloody.
You see the tail folded up underneath the bottom, if I'm seeing that right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
it's just so chilling. Like,
Gills on her.
what's with the chain? Is it like a permanent fixture? That
that was kind of this narrative that I came up with, because I thought it would be silly just for a beer glass to be sitting there. So the narrative.
So that's like his hangout, his getaway is.
Yeah,
piercing.
It's just kind of like a sacrifice or whatever that the locals keep out, so he doesn't eat their kids.
Oh, nice.
Oh, let's see. Everything you're adding is just scarier and scarier.
So great.
Those eyes are haunting.
Daryl.
Like everybody else, I started it way too late. And
this is cool.
Last night, so like that was my base painting layer, and then just everything else is.
Is this traditional then?
The beginnings are, and then I just start messing with color styles and adding the little noodly detail.
Adding the gnarl.
Yeah, and trying to figure out the colors that I liked. Like,
yeah, that is fantastic.
See the blue, and then
it's like the worst place to pierce somebody. I mean,
yeah,
like an olive, you know. Like
The design for the saddle and design choices you made for the Kelpie itself is awesome. That you didn't go with the
yeah,
like
very creative.
and then saddle. that saddle is so that just blew.
It looks
my
like
mind,
the
man. I love that.
translucent, like just wet feeling it has, and that
Mhm.
layering of all those colors is. It's very
Yeah.
like the last one you gave to. You have very old school like fantasy novel vibes. Like stay up
Mhm.
and be like, I'll be an artist one day. Like that's what your work makes me think of.
Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate it because I didn't feel
Yeah.
like I knew what the hell's going on. the entire time.
Tales to scare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, very commendable that you chose to draw the horse version because most artists don't want to draw horses.
Well, I was like,
Yeah.
I've been drawing a horse since I was a kid. I probably could use the practice.
Hey, have
Just
you,
that,
have
that
you guys
look
ever
on
seen,
his face.
you ever seen the Kelpie design from the manga Berserk?
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm
No.
talking about, Haley? The
Yeah.
Kelpie from Berserk. It looks like a frog with a horse's body, and
my.
like shoots bubbles out of its mouth. It's
Oh, I
weird
just
looking.
thought they didn't know how to draw a horse face. Like I thought it was,
Yeah, they're like, nope, forget it. They like gave up halfway.
right, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna have to cut your pay. We don't have much in the budget. Like, all right, we're smashing the face in then. Very well done, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Now I have to figure out how to escape. There we go.
I gotta make prints of that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It had one of those like old painting, like, you know, when like if you go to like the old hobby shops or even the antique shops or whatever, and you see like that rack of postcards that old ladies like to buy of
Yeah.
like, water lily paintings and whatnot. Man, just sneak a stack of those in there and just see what happens.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, print them on real nice like watercolor paper.
Hey,
Like,
the framer on the outside with the perfect touch with
Yeah.
the writing on it. It actually seems like, yeah, that's
One of these things is not like the other.
Nice. All right. Next up, Chris Yarborough. Are you ready to present?
sure, yeah. I no longer have a camera feed, but I do have screen share now.
Oh, okay, good. Because I forgot you wanted me to pull it up. So perfect. Now, what did you draw for us?
My prompt was a succubus with an old fashioned whiskey, and the secret ingredient was praying mantis.
Now, Daryl, one of your friends gave us this one too. Do you know who that was?
I think they all came from Sally Falk, the ones that I.
Sally, thank you for 2 of them tonight.
Oh.
Oh wow.
She's beautiful.
Like I said.
Yeah, so of course, you know, it's like usually I'm kind of late to the game, and I'll kind of avoid like picking like the cheesecake image, like yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like my typical route, but this time I was like, no, you know what, I'm gonna pick up the succubus. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I just
White hips and under boob, man. You're never gonna go wrong. I mean, that's, you know.
well,
Love these movies.
well, I thought I should go like whole hog on it because it's a succubus, you know. So
Hell of a phrase when you're talking about a succubus to say.
I thought I should go whole hog on it.
You had him that close.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted something that was like, I kind of wanted a weird vibe of like it's the end of summer. There's still bugs everywhere. Like she kind of has like a fun semi outfit.
Right.
But it's also kind of like I used a lot of autumn colors in it. So it's kind of like a liminal space between autumn and summer. You know, and
Right.
so, you know, and that's kind of why there's like a hazy. As a matter of fact, the background of it was it's inspired by I was driving down a road the other day, and there was you know how we get how like smoke from the wildfires out there are like now a weather pattern for us. Well,
right.
I looked up and it was like 4 p.m, and it looked like sunset, but there was this like pink sun in the sky.
Mhm.
I was like, oh man, that is eerie. So I put that in there, and then so you can see, and I gave her all kinds of like she has succubus horns, but this like mantis crown, you know, and that's based off of like what is like a flower nymph mantis. Her jacket is also based off of like the segmented like parts of a mantis. Her little shirt has like you know, like
Yeah.
a mantis.
Oh my
Nice.
And
I like how the mantis garnish is actually like on her side. It seems like it's helping her out with her drink. The butterflies.
I thought it'd be cool if like a female mantis, like if you notice that one in her drink is actually headless.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So the female mantis always like, kills the male.
Right. We don't need this anymore if you here.
Yeah.
You a drink.
And so in this picture, like so one thing, this is the thing from my childhood. When I was a kid, my mom had this crazy humongous garden. And we lived out in the woods, and she had this crazy garden. And I remember walking through her flowers as a little kid and seeing just hundreds of butterfly wings from mantises that were hanging out underneath the flowers, eating all the butterflies. All the butterflies would land on the flower, and the mantis would come out and just snatch them, eat them, and then leave behind their wings. And it was like a Looney Tune. You'd see the mantis jump up, just scarf it real quick, and then the wings would fall like leaves almost instantaneously. And so that's kind of why there's there's butterfly wings everywhere, Yeah. I mean, and the ground is absolutely covered in them. So, but yeah, that's
cool.
That's
Small
my mantis.
to add to the story of it all.
Yeah.
Exceptional work, dude.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful,
I know you always look to challenge yourself on colors, and it was cool that you actually had like a direct. It wasn't just like let's see what, but you got the orange and the yellows, and you transition with the brighter pinks and the purple. Like it's a very creative way you segue those together. It's
very beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really love the
I really need
use
to
of
find
texture.
that video that we did of you with the color, your color process. We need the world needs to see it.
Yeah, I know. I need to get that to you guys. I keep forgetting to pack that up and send it. Oh, if I still have it. Oh gosh, I hope I still have it.
No, we'll just redo it. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I
Is her position
I'm down.
like a reference, or did you do that from memory?
Oh yeah, that's actually a reference. I did have her just. I was sitting. I was working on our poses. And I was like, oh, I thought I found a cool one, right? And then I was watching this video called "Human" by Beyond the Black. And in that, she's sitting on stairs, and it's like I already knew I wanted her to be on these kind of old cement stairs, like a patio, like just like the patio of an old house out in like Galena or something, like something creepy, like it's evening and you're like, whoa, who's this? But it's like totally dangerous, But so I already had her sitting on stairs, but then this video comes on while I'm drawing it. I'm like, oh, whoa, there's the pose, so yeah, that's actually a referenced pose.
That is great, man. And I tell people all the time, like, oh man, use a reference. If you don't know, references will help you.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
Frees up some of your brain space.
Yeah, I loved this when I saw it in the drive, but then when you zoom in on it, there's so much more to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That glow of green on her leg from the drink, it just brings out the drink so much. It's subtle, but it's there,
How long does this take?
I think this is like I did this. I think it's like 5 or 6 hours. I think.
No way.
Because he did it in the car before he drove home.
Well, I did it as like my morning warm ups. So I go to work. I'll do my warm up for work. And so I usually only give like an hour and a half. So maybe 6 to 8 hours, I think. So
the shape of that boot on her right leg is just the angle. Like you got the toe kind of tipped just inward. Like it just feels so natural and like.
Oh, cool. Thank you
for being on like an awkward step, like staggered step like that. Like you got the boot angle just. It doesn't look like you just put her on pre-made, steps. Like it, it's so interesting.
Well, I had good reference, I've heard it said like an artist is only as good as their reference, and I mean, I can't remember. I don't know where the sketch is at the moment, but like the sketch was nowhere near as like dynamic. Like I had landed on a good pose, but when I saw that one in the video, I was like, oh, that one. Okay. So, but yeah, that's my picture.
And I love that
strikes again, man.
you got us. You got to where you want our eyes to go.
Mhm.
Like where the detail, like there's more the details where our eyes are supposed to go, and I love it.
Yeah. A little bit of cherry on her nose there.
Oh, what a great smile.
Yeah.
Yes, great.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of I want to kind of convey danger, and I mean, honestly, it was like, okay, if I was walking through a field, what would mess me up? You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I need to draw my kryptonite. So
the rose, your kryptonite.
Kryptonite is just take the danger dial and like turn it all the way
girl
up.
in a half shirt and rose aviators.
I think I'm going to die.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. But do I just stop screen sharing or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think our other yuppie hipster fancy bar goers have trouble with her. Who walks into the bar? They're no match, man. All right, we've got 2 left, and I haven't seen these 2 yet, so I get to be surprised too.
Oh yeah.
Should we go ladies first?
I suppose. I can, yeah.
Now, Sarah, what did you draw for us?
I drew sirens drinking a sex on a beach with a trident garnish.
And actually, I was wrong. Daryl, your friend, gave us 3 because this is from her too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We need to send them a gift card.
Yeah.
Tell them we said thank you.
It's too fun. Not finished like all my pieces, so it's just flat right now, and I didn't get to my favorite part, which is light. So I don't like it right now, but you can still get the idea. So give me just a moment.
You guys always seem so nervous about showing your stuff.
Yeah.
You mean
Nice.
Being an artist is so scary.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I
Okay,
love
cool.
that.
It's coming through. So yeah, I may have been off more than I could chew was my issue. There's just a lot going on. Which is fun, but
Hell
I love
yeah.
facial expression.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
like
odd.
she's
Even with a shark tail, she's still got that figure. She's still
What is up with you guys with scary, sexy?
right. It's the
They-
most confusing.
It's-
Well, I'm not gonna say
it's
that.
my curse, Gary.
it's the best flavor.
It's my flavor.
She's got a menacing smile too.
Right.
Yeah, so actually
This is-
kind of fun.
this is
I
the
was
way.
like, I didn't want to do normal, just mermaids, because the idea was monster tavern parties. I was like, I want to make a monsters, and so I actually modeled them after black-tipped reef sharks, which are these guys
Yeah.
there, and wanted to do the shark teeth and the spooky fluorescent lenses that they get after dark.
Yeah.
And so that was fun, and just popped in a couple of them, and octopus taking shots and a crab waiting for its order.
That octopus, man, that's the second reference. That's a very traditional old school animation style. That it's just I know what everybody else was looking at. Full disclosure, I was looking at that octopus. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me with that. It looks like something out of the vintage animation styles.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
I just noticed the glass, the mermaid in the water's drinking, and then behind the other one, are those all busted too?
Yeah, I wanted to do sea glass bottles, so all the glasses are broken, pretty much. And her shaker is a human skull.
Right, yeah. A very just open human skull.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
feel like this should exist somewhere in the Little Mermaid world.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, like maybe these are Ariel's sisters that she
Right.
doesn't talk about.
Other mermaid.
Those are their collections that they pick up.
Oh yeah. Oh, this picture's
I want to
awesome.
see this like, yeah, an opening of like an aquarium.
I love those designs. Those are great designs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think my
Yeah.
second should probably hang out with these guys.
Yeah,
I would
they seem
hope
to be
so.
like in cahoots. so
It's
to
like
speak.
they all have that like hot baddie vibe. It's great.
Yeah.
I really like the watercoloring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, me
It
thank
goes
you.
from purple to a turquoise.
Yeah, it's
really
just
nice.
I said I didn't get to do a lot of like the stuff that I actually enjoy doing, which is like light. So and part of it is I need to have like this little one's kind of limbs and things diffuse into the water so you can see that she's underwater. Same with like her hand. It feels like they're spilling tea, like these two are having a conversation. But yeah, I need to do that and add just like highlights on the water and things. It's just light's my favorite, and I didn't get to do it for this one, but I'll finish it later.
It's cool that you went for bringing more than just one figure in. Like it's a very big task to bring in, like especially at the same level of detail, like other two figures, as well as the octopus, as well as the crab, which is, I mean, I'm glad you did it, but let's be honest, that's completely unnecessary. Like that
I was like, they'll forgive me. There's a lot going on, but then I saw Eric's, and I was like, no, they won't.
Did you
Sorry.
take some of the maroon off that rock and put it in like her tail and skin? Am I seeing maroon in there somewhere?
Oh, yeah. So it's just my like, they're not really warm-blooded so much because you know they're sharks. So I didn't want to do a lot of like blush or like vibrant coloring, but I felt like her skin still needed some depth. So there is like a slight dark maroon blush like on her shoulders, clavicles, nose, breasts. But
it's beautiful how subtle it is.
It was kind of like her neck, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
fantastic.
season 2, you guys are just gonna keep upping that bar on just like creepy sexy and I'm all for it. And here's the thing: when we first started off, Deanna, she didn't give any secrets. She's like, I looked through these, and my gosh, one of these is damn sexy. And I was like, all right, well, like, what kind of sexy? Is it nice booty sexy or boob sexy? Because we know exactly who either of those are. She goes, okay, well, it's like under boob. Like, okay, no, we know who that is. No, you still didn't disappoint, Sarah. Not at all.
You'll get this both sides of the boob going here.
So
you know what this show was missing? We had no cleavage, no top boob, did we?
Well, no, 'cause everybody's like, you know, everyone with it.
It's mostly side boob. Yeah, another boob. I guess right there.
Oh my.
I have a mantra: only draw evil queens. Only draw.
But yeah, it was definitely a fun one. I will go ahead and share this so that it can be posted with everybody else's, but I do plan to finish it sometime this weekend.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so thanks guys.
Thank you.
Work.
Always enjoy looking at your stuff.
Awesome to have you back.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. I miss you guys.
You have such a habit of keeping the proportions in a body, but making it have such a good movement to it. Like when you look way, but it works.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. There we go.
You know, it's not uncommon for me to hear you guys say, I want to do some more to this, or I want to finish this. And that would be a great between pin click episode.
Yeah, we can make a whole
At some
episode of
point,
that.
you need to come back with at least one thing you wanted to do more to.
We could have the people vote to see which ones they want us to, what ones they want.
Nice.
Yeah, we can make a whole episode of just like these are the ones that we promised we would finish. And there's a little bit of accountability, you know, for all of us that are like, oh yeah, I threw that
It's
away.
5 hours.
As soon as we went off air, I threw that in the garbage.
No, like Eric, when you did the dinosaur swamp thing, you finished that and brought a print to Drink and Draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
man,
does
like right
happen.
over there.
Oh yeah. All right. And last but certainly not least, our other Chris, Mr. Christopher. Good to see you
All right,
back.
let me lower the creepy sexy bar.
What'd you draw for us?
We're just.
Let me see you.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Oh yes.
Ah.
Now tell us all what your prompt was.
My prompt was Mothman drinking a martini with sock flavor.
Oh,
Olin
So
stock. That is
full
from
disclosure, I
Max Piper.
spent about 1 hour doing this because
Really?
Holy
we just
crap.
had a baby recently, my partner and I. So my time I have to be very efficient with the art I do. But
Dude.
I cranked this
Lot
out
for an hour.
at like 6 o'clock. I was like, "Ooh, I better start."
Yeah, no, we
But,
actually got that. We joked. We're like, that Christopher, and then we're like, maybe he was serious. Maybe we.
Oh, I was dead serious.
Oh,
But,
I knew he was serious.
We weren't finished at the time either, man, so don't feel bad.
Because
I wanted
we haven't-
something. My initial idea was going more spooky, but I feel like I've been trying to keep these drawings thematically similar. So
Yeah.
I figured this would fit in kind of that weird universe I've created of this odd creatures, but I didn't do anything. I just imagined this guy showing up at some weird cryptid party and like just being kind of an awkward fella and just this big brutish guy that's trying to fit in like obviously a suit that's not meant for him. And I really wanted it to kind of the wings. I wanted to do something where, you know, some of those more predator moths, if that's a real thing, predatorial ones, they have those
Right,
nice
yeah.
designs on the back of them. So I wanted to have some menacing quality to it, but it was more in line just to pull your eyes up to the drink in the middle. But I liked it. I don't know. I was impressed that I finished it because I think I uploaded it at 8:00.
There's a lot in this, man. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dude.
He's got a good vibe. He seems like a chill guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, hi guys, I made the scene. Like, I just
Yeah.
wanted to be a part of something. Thanks.
I was originally going to draw some like extra appendages, but as soon as I started penciling it, I'm like, I am biting off way more than I can chew. It's like I need to just rip off a humanoid looking one and just get into it.
Nice.
I love the
great.
body of it, like the shape of his body. Extra wide shoulders, and it just gets smaller and smaller towards his legs.
Yeah.
I like
A little
the
bit of muffin top and the pants that don't
Are-
fit.
Oh yeah.
Are those
I
holes in
always
his
make fun of
pants
mine.
where a moth chewed through them?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to have I was gonna do more of that all around, but like showing he's just like really a big fur ball, but I did a little bit on the pants, but
I smell mothballs. Mothman must be
Have you been
here.
chewing on them
Where's my
pants,
sock? Who took my
I
sock?
kind of wanted to give him like a cute-ish kind of head.
It's
I think moths
It
are like
is.
the most
Adorable.
adorable insects.
Yeah.
but
he's like so unassuming in the face. Kind of terrifying.
And then
It looks like he would not
skeleton
be
chains for his.
he would not do good things to you. But yeah, the martini, I just went real basic. I had him like he was dipping the sock in it to like give it a little zest.
Like a gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was colors. I'll probably go a little wild with the colors and really, you know, throw in showing the liquid kind of soaking through
Oh,
and dripping
cool.
off of them.
His vest
Oh, yeah.
and his coat are so offset. Like his vest is just twisted around.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Dude, there's a lot to unpack in this thing, man. For
No kidding. Enjoyed an hour.
Did you do this with the digital or
No,
traditional?
I'm mostly traditional.
Okay.
I have nothing against digital. I'll do both, but I can draw faster traditionally because digital, I'll be like this drawing. I'll be this zoomed in.
Yeah.
Making like little brush strokes, and then you zoom
Uh-huh.
out and you're like, oh wow, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
That's why I
Sounds like
hate
James,
digital inking
actually.
so bad.
Yeah, digital inking it's fantastic, but it's easy to get carried away. So
What,
yeah, I just got
is
my
this-
brush pen out and
Okay,
went wild.
brush pen. That was my next question was what are you using to ink? Because I really like the
Usually
the
I'll
line
use
weight.
like I like to use brush pen for like the outer kind of contours of the character, and then everything else I just use microns. So this is like a 0.5 micron for all the like details. And then all the texture I'll use, I try not to go smaller than like 0.1 because you can't see it. Like no one can see those super fine details. So, and you just waste your time.
I can't get over the texture of the wingtips, like just the black.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it's like a dusting of ink. It's
well, I wanted it that kind of haunting feeling too. That's kind of what I'm just drawn to in art anyways. But I love maybe that's why I like moths, is that, you know, if you just kind of give like a glance to them, they're not that suspect. But when you really look at them, you're like, I don't know what evil creature created you, but you are so pretty. And like,
oh yeah,
you're gonna hurt something. But yeah, that's it. That's my little guy.
Very well done, man.
I like him.
Some real ink mastery on display there.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Thank you for, you know, like, sorry. I mean, I just can't imagine the amount of pressure that some of us go through. I mean, I can, at least in my own regard and my own anxiety, but I can't speak for everybody. Some people are just, you know, responsible. Others are, you know, we joke all the time that, like, but that's the thing. Like, for the most part, once I wrap my head around, and I don't know if this is actually the case for all of you, and this is actually something kind of interesting that I've learned in the last couple of years, is that not everybody thinks in pictures or video. Like their brain space is actually, they don't think in images. I don't know how they work. My wife isn't like that, and she's a very creative person in my opinion. Like how do you recall memory if you don't see it? You know,
sounds terrifying.
So it's like, for me, I can spend 2 weeks like just pacing and planning it out, and actually, but once I have my head wrapped around like that's it, then I jump in and I just have to create it, and that's where my stress levels go down. So I don't know how that works for you guys, especially Christopher. Like, you know, working on it, Sarah finishing it while we start. Like, I don't know, you seem pretty damn calm for, you know, somebody that would be, you know, like I would be sweating. Like,
yeah, Christopher, like you said, you finished it an hour ago and started it an hour before the show, but like, were you thinking about it before then? Did you have ideas?
Yeah, like last night, like a lot of time, I mean, that's not a great example of like, you know, gestural drawing, but I was trying to think of poses and stuff last night when I posted that meme of me not having anything done. And I was like, I probably should think of something. And I had this really elaborate idea, but I'm like, I'm probably not gonna be able to work on it until after work tomorrow. And I'm like, I maybe have a couple hours at best. And I'm like, I need to do something that I know I can do in about an hour-ish and just crank it out, because I did really loose pencils, and then I just was like, I got to trust my inking skills and hope they pave the way by the end of it.
They did. Okay, now Sarah mentioned earlier she drew a sex on the beach. She was drinking a sex on the beach. Did anybody else?
Yeah, talk about immersion.
Did anybody else mention
my process? How I create.
Nobody just has that around their house. Like, this was planned.
No, I did plan it, and honest to God, it was, what color is the sex on the beach?
Nice.
I'm just looking it up, like, I'll go make one.
Yeah, the color of the Hawaiian 5-0, I was like, oh no, we're gonna change the background entirely. Yeah.
Artist is only as good as their references, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Google was like, thanks a lot, Google. You ruined everything.
Callback.
Now I have to spend another week thinking about it.
You know, I used to bartend, and I took this really pretty picture for social media of this drink I made, and my manager said, "That's a mocktail, right?" I'm like, I didn't even think about that. I could have just a colored liquid. Yes, that's a mocktail. Oh, I didn't drink it when I was done. No. All right. Well, we are at the point of the show where we've seen all the amazing art. I think first we're going to do the plug zone. So where you can find out where you can find more amazing art from all of these different artists. And then we will tell you what next month is going to be, because I think only a couple of you even know.
I don't know.
Gary and I have the year planned out, man. We're almost on top of it.
Yeah,
I don't like the way you're smiling. That month 3.
I love October because of Halloween, so you know it's going to be something like that. But plug zone, let's go backwards. Christopher, you waited the most patiently, so you tell us where people can find you, what you've been up to lately. And by the way, thank you for my Book of Enoch and Hororium. You signed those for me. They were awesome.
Of course. Well, those are two things I'm working on. We're working on issue 2 of it. Yes, it was a fun little preview I did. I only made 25. I gave them away for free, so I probably should have rethought that idea because I was out of them in like an hour.
Yep.
It was, at least I got 25 new followers on Twitter, so that's cool.
Well,
But
Word.
speaking of segues, you can find me on Twitter, Christopher Harris. That's it. That's the tweet, as people say. But I'm the same name on Instagram, but I'm working on a bunch of other published stuff, but my self-published stuff, so I care more about. So the Book of Enoch is a zine. It's like a preview of what the book is going to be similar, look like. It's like a horror, sci-fi, biblical. Well, it feels biblical. It's not. It's kind of my take on biblical stories, but it's going to be real fun. It's going to be real creepy and spooky, and people seem to like it so far. So
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see more.
Thanks.
I order it.
I'm trying.
No, but I can give you guys, if you guys just let me know, I'll hook you guys up with one.
Oh,
Always love that.
my man.
The video recording may look a little weird. I'm trying to do speaker view so that whoever's plugging will be on screen, and it's kind of working, but every time all of us make noises, we're all popping up too. So we're trying to get it by the end of season 2. We still won't be perfectionists.
That's false. I think by next episode we'll have it figured out. Well, then here I am talking and interrupting you. Sorry.
That's all right. I just noticed I was talking to my second screen instead of the camera. So yeah. Let me see. Next, Sarah.
Yes. So I generally post all of my art on Instagram. If you ever want to see anything that I'm working on, it's at Saltini1996. I'm in the middle of a 6 characters fan art challenge on there. If you already follow me, and it's gonna take 6 months at this rate, but I will get back to it eventually. I don't really full-time student, so I don't really do a lot of art for sale or commission work, but everything pretty much on my Instagram is available in print if you just request it. You just have to message me and request it, and I will make prints. So.
Awesome. And Chris Yarborough, how about you?
My Instagram is like super awkward to say, but I'll do my best. It's the _illustrator_ Yar. I guess it's not super awkward, but yeah, I think I can post a link in the comments. So I'll just go ahead and do that. But yeah,
actually,
that's my
I've got links for everybody. When
you
nice. Presented, your links are up. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's mainly where I am. My art station is also the Illustrator Yar. I think it's underscores too. I think everything. I made everything the same year ago. I work at Attack Wagon, and that's our new game studio. We're working on a game called Scrap Guilds. So we've just updated our website. That's attackwagon.com. That's where you can find what we're doing. Yeah, that's our stuff. That's our yeah.
Awesome. I didn't have those links, so make sure you can share those in the comments. Yeah. But yeah, send them to me so I'll have them next time.
Yeah, that was an oversight on my part. It's kind of all new, you know. Like the website is very new, like a couple of days old.
Oh.
So, but oh yeah, and I wanted to say I had some technical difficulties earlier, but like I saw everybody's work and like it was killer. Like I was watching on the car ride home. I was like, oh, it's amazing. I can't comment. So yeah, I saw everybody's work and it's fantastic. It's crazy. It's crazy how much like everybody did. Like this is cool. This is a cool thing. I really like this show.
Yeah, every month I'm blown away by what you guys bring. Like I have an expectation when I see a prompt, and then it's always nowhere near as amazing as what you guys do.
Yeah, this is pretty sick, man. There's a lot on display here.
Everyone's at such a level that it forces me to push myself and not just like something, because like I can't do that around these people.
That's what I love too. You guys like, I'll see you guys do step in. I'm like, well, shit, I need to step my game up and do more of this. So no, this is good, man. I love this, and I love having you guys around for that, because you really make me beat the bag more. So
y'all are good for my art.
Daryl, tell us where everybody can find you.
My website is knightsend.com. So www.knightsends-end.com. And then most of the stuff that I post is Instagram, which is, again, awkward. Airleben. It's EHRELEBEN. And I don't get to do a lot of art. Trying to do pop culture portraits. I got like 2 half-painted ones that I got to finish. And then, working on a Netflix show about a serial killer for the rest of the time. So, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, just that.
Is that why your horse was a little creepier than usual?
Oh man, no, I mean, because it's on Jeffrey Dahmer, and so like I'm just looking at corpses all day.
Do you want to talk about it?
Watching a lot more cartoons lately to unwind.
Well,
all right. I think Caitlin was next in order. What have you been up to? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, but my main work is my fantasy adventure webcomic that I put out every Monday. It's can be read over at moxiecomic.com. I also have a portfolio website people can go to, caitlinblaine.com. And then I post mostly, as far as social media goes, Instagram and Twitter. So I think I'm Caitlin Blaine 7 on Twitter and Caitlin Blaine Art on Instagram. And my cats want fed, so they're like, they know I'm talking, so they're trying to get in the shots right now.
Mine does. Yes, hi, I see you.
That's okay. We're almost done. Almost done.
I locked my cat out of the office before I started. I was
should remember to do that.
No, Steve, not tonight.
is your cat's name Steve?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was Amelia until we realized that he was a Steve. So,
that was very kind of you to ask, like, oh, you're a Steve.
And, hey, we let him have his space, He hangs out with possums and raccoons. It's all good. He literally befriends the local wildlife.
Well, James, how about you? Where can we find your stuff?
J. Rutherford Art on Instagram.
That's right on.
As sad as that is.
I noticed you're posting more this year, though.
We know who the stoic one is.
You're getting more stuff on there.
I mean, we asked. He answered.
All right. Well, Haley, you're next.
Oh, I'm really on the same boat as James. I'm Cyan_stash on Instagram, and that's really about where I post. I'm working on an art station, but I'm trying to get a few select pieces onto the art station before I start showing people. So Instagram for sure.
Do we need to put some pressure on you like we do with the
I do
that prompts to get you faster?
But yeah, I got myself an eye. We do great.
Okay. Sweet. Well then, Eric, how about you?
So the best place to find me currently is e.dangerright at Instagram, or you can find me under the same pseudonym on Facebook.
Okay, awesome. I hit a weird button and I froze for a second. I apologize. Nate.
Let's see, I am Nate of Mammoth Press. LLC. MammothPressLLC.com is kind of my portfolio website. Might need a little updating here lately, but most of the work with Mammoth Press, I'm actually absorbing into Clever Kaiju. Being a co owner, I don't know what the word is for it yet, but my goal has been to kind of absorb Potbelly Mammoth, which is volume 1 at potbellymammoth.com. It's all on the website. Volume 2, I got about halfway through it. I've gotten a little more than halfway of the content finished. It's just I decided, you know what, it's probably better if I just release it all at once in one published book. So under Kaiju, I would love to just release volume 2 and probably the rest of the series. So the content is available, potbellymammoth.com. But Kaiju is going to be pretty much the, umbrella for Mammoth Press. But in the meantime, you can find me every Monday and Wednesday on Twitch. I'm on the Mammoth Press Multicade, the arcade cabinet I designed and built myself. It's got like 2,500 games in it. I got every classic arcade game from all over the world that you can think of, and a lot of retro console games. And we hang out, we talk art, we play video games, we, give the treats to the puppies, and we do shots, and we do Bob Ross wisdom. Bob Ross comes in and teaches us a thing or two. It's a lot of fun. So every Monday and Wednesday, unless it's a Wednesday before the pen click, because chances are I'm probably over there sweating and drawing at the last minute. But I think that pretty much. But you find Potbelly_Mammoth is my is my Instagram, and you can find both Mammoth Press and myself on Facebook.
Okay, and that brings us to co-host Gary, who also will be talking about Clever Kaiju with your stuff, I bet. Actually, Nate, could you drop the Discord link in the chat?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, and Gary, tell us about you and everything going on.
Oh, as you guys know already, I'm the co-host, Gary Bedell. I can be found at artistgarybedell.com or on Facebook, Artist Gary Bedell, Instagram, Artist Gary Bedell. I try to keep it simple because I'm a simple creature, kind of. You can also, I guess recently I've honestly have just been working on some side projects. It sucks. I feel like every episode I can't talk about stuff until it comes out. And I've got a couple other great things that have happened, which I can't talk about that right now. Maybe.
I mean,
Chris,
it's on the site.
You tease.
Chris, can I talk about that?
It's on the site.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So I joined Chris's team at Attack Wagon recently. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of stuff together.
Nice.
Yeah, you got your big beautiful picture on the team.
Yeah, good. There we go. And yeah, the other thing I wish I could talk about it, but as soon as I have the green light, I will definitely tell you guys about it on here first. And also, if you haven't already, and if registration is open, go get your VisionCon tickets for next year. Be ready to go next year. Because if you don't, I'm gonna come after you, internet land.
Threaten me with a good time.
I feel like I'm being attacked right here.
You better.
He was looking at you, oddly.
Yeah, because I believe you're really close to a brand new logo for VisionCon.
Yeah. 30
Ooh,
years.
nice.
30 years, guys. This will be the 30th year.
Clever Kaiju is going to have a large presence with all kinds of awesome stuff at VisionCon. In person. Yes. Weren't you telling me that something you created is live somewhere right now?
Oh gosh, I can't believe I forgot about that. So Peacock just dropped the trailer for Girl in the Woods, the Crypt TV short, which I worked on the original version for, which Carrie was played by the young lady that played Tori in Cobra Kai. She's in the original version, but Peacock is releasing their version with Crypt TV. And if you're not familiar with Peacock, that's the NBC streaming service. And you can actually go and watch the trailer on YouTube too, which is really cool. But in it, the character Carrie, the main character, she has a mechanical arm. And I actually designed that arm for her.
Nice.
So when you see that in both versions, that's the arm I designed. Because I noticed they changed it just a little bit from the original version over to the peacock version, and the peacock version has elements of the other concepts I did before they did pick the one that they used for the first version. So they're taking pieces of one concept that I did and then the current one and kind of making a mishmash.
That's neat.
Of the
Any,
two
like,
to make the arm. So it's
Secret
neat to
little
see
things
that.
you snuck in there that we should look for.
No, you know what? Okay, if you go,
there's a smiley face in that arm.
If you go and watch "Girl in the Woods" right now on Crib TV, the original version, the original short that has Cowpen in it. If you go and watch that, there's a part in there where she looks through these like old documents for this company called Monsino, and there's like all these labs that are on a U.S. map, and if you look where one of the labs are, it's here in Springfield. And I was like, I see you. I see what you did. Thank you very much for the shout out. Thank you.
Okay, that's exciting. That's not the one I was talking. The one that scares me is one I was talking about.
Are you? Oh, Miss Anity.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So sorry.
He's got more going on than I thought. Sorry.
Miss Anity, the character that I conceptualized. I didn't create her, but I conceptualized her look and made her look as frightening as she is now.
She's horribly frightening.
Yeah, she's gonna be at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, part of the Crypt TV. I guess you would call it display or setup or whatnot. And they have a bunch of their monsters there. And Miss Anity's one of them that they have there. Oh, and also they have a Carrie too. So Carrie's there as well with her mechanical arm, and then you'll have Miss Anity.
Nice.
Also there. Nice. And if you haven't seen Miss Anity, that's ANNITY. Go watch all the episodes on Crypt TV. And yeah,
I'll watch them late at night.
The credits. Watch it late at night.
I'll watch them late at night.
You should watch it late at night because I want to scare you. So watch it late at night. But I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it for now.
Just
I
that.
think it's it.
Just a few things.
I promise that's it.
All right. Well, I'm Deanna. I told you at the beginning I was co-owner of Playco Games. Gary prompted me to share this because I never do. I know I'm bad at pushing my own company. With conventions gone, we haven't been doing a lot. But we have 3 games right now available. If you like building civilizations, surviving dinosaurs, or drinking hero tea, that playcogames.com. Easy to order online. Yeah, you can see all of them, read about them. We have a Facebook page that I need to be more active on. VisionCon, I'm on staff with VisionCon. Gary already pushed the convention next year. They've got trivia. They've got a sip and sew night coming up. If you have a sewing project you want to work on, as long as it's not messy, no glue, no glitter, but something actually to sew.
Or human skin. None of that either.
Yeah. Prehistoric Brewing is hosting both of those events. You can find those events on VisionCon's Facebook page, Clever Kaiju's Facebook page. Tomorrow or this weekend, we'll have all of this art shared so you can zoom in and look at the details and be all excited, and it'll have links with all those pictures. And then sometime this weekend, this episode, if you missed any of it or have to tell your friends it was so good you have to look it up, will be on our YouTube channel. So there will be links for that. If you follow those pages, you'll know where they're at. And with that, I think Epic Monster Tavern Party is having last call. But next month, if you come back on October 29th, I hope you guys can make it 2 days before Halloween.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Whoop. Who said that?
Mine.
Well, that's Yar's birthday.
Oh, that's why I can't see anybody saying me. See your figure. Well, then you have to come back. I hope.
The 29th, Friday the 29th?
Is it a Friday?
It should be a Thursday. Did I get the wrong date on there?
Thursday the
That'd be
28th.
the 28th.
Oh, Thursday the 28th.
But let's
Sorry,
tell
Yar.
them what it is,
That's
though.
my
Let's
friend
celebrate
Shandy.
Chris's birthday anyway.
Check this out. So what is it, Deanna? What
It's
is it?
Halloween month. So we are asking all of the viewers, and please watch for the Facebook event coming in the next week because we weren't ready. We procrastinated. We don't have that art. We had this art, so we don't have that art yet. But there will be a Facebook event asking you to give us scary Halloween movie titles, or just Halloween movie titles. Maybe they're not scary to you.
Yeah,
I don't
horror
know.
movie titles. Yeah.
Yeah. You give us a title, and then after a week of suggestions, we are going to take the top liked suggestions and do a poll. And the one, or possibly two, probably one. If we have enough artists, maybe we'll do two. We'll see.
Yeah.
Give us a lot of suggestions and we'll have to. You guys will vote on those. We will take the top one that wins, and the artists are going to cast it. They are going to draw something or people or characters from that movie and cast your movie. So put on your thinking caps.
That's fun.
Yeah, and you guys be ready for anything.
I want to see like one movie done like all the different ways by you guys. That's gonna be hilarious.
Right. Yeah. This has been a little while since we've done one single prompt where everybody gives their version of that same prompt. Usually we bring here lately, or at least, you know, in season 2, we kind of capped off with a few where we got to choose from a handful. So it's always interesting to see how we each approach the same concept. So.
And it's always interesting how you guys see something different in it. It's
Right.
rare that anything is similar. And I love that.
And there's always, oh man, I should have done that.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, that's really good.
Before we close out tonight, I do want to thank every single one of you guys for being here.
Oh, shucks. Thank you,
taking
man.
the time to be on the show, period.
Cheers.
We would not be here on season 2, episode 1 if it weren't for you guys. So I hope to see you guys again next month.
And a huge shout out to Deanna for maintaining, like, we haven't been airing or anything for like 3 months, but we have been working diligently and planning, and a lot of it comes from her discipline and her ability to kind of keep feelers out there, to keep in touch with us and with everybody on Facebook and social media. We have a lot of ideas that we want to implement into season 2, and a lot of it comes down to just communication, and I think we owe like a lot of that to Deanna. And so thank you for your help.
Sometimes when I do the same thing, I'm called a bitch. So I'm glad you guys take it as me being productive.
Dang.
Well, here's the thing. When we need somebody to tell us what to do and when, they tell us we can't afford them. Which is true.
She gets in there and handles business, and that's what it's all about, man. Like, you gotta at least let us know what your favorite kind of cake is, so we can get it for you. Damn.
Draw you a card saying thank you. I'm like, dude, not enough, man.
Oh no! You guys probably can't see that far. At the end of season 1, we all met up, and I brought coasters for the guys to draw on, and they all gave them to me after lunch. That's what I like more than cake. I have all these adorable, amazing coasters behind me. So yeah, anytime you guys want to give me free art, free comic books, it's better than cake, and it's easier on my figure.
It's awesome seeing all your faces again. And there's so many other artists that we're looking forward to seeing again. But I hope all of you are well. You look fantastic.
We'll be here every month through April. Or April's our live show at VisionCon.
That'll be at VisionCon live.
We'll be here every month, and we hope to see all of you guys when you can make it.
Hopefully I'll have a webcam next time.
We appreciate your attempt, though, man.
Wizard of Oz.
It's so
Wizard
awkward.
of Yar.
Yeah, man. Thanks for starting out in your car and traveling and making
Right.
it. I love that.
Good hustle.
Oh yeah, I feel so bad for my wife and kid. I walk into my mom and dad's house and everybody is like chilling watching Ghostbusters, and I was like, I gotta go. So
No.
Dedication.
With that, I think we're wrapping up episode number 1 of season 2.
Yeah.
yay!
Until next month. See you on the Clique.